G'day crew, Ross here out in the garden. Now a couple of months ago I showed you how to set up a cold compost bin from scratch, and that was my second bin. And at the time my first bin had just finished being filled, so it was in the process of starting that decomposition. That was 2 to 3 months ago. Now that composting process is now complete. So what we're going to do is show you what the end product looks like. We'll show you a couple of things that have gone into that bin that you might want to think about. Let's take a look. This is a 450 litre compost bin. Now let's take the lid off this. Hopefully we'll adjust okay to the light. I don't know how you can see in there, but it's about 40% full. So that's how much this is composted down. Now to be fair, I have taken about 10 litres out to do a little bit of planting this afternoon, but it's mostly as is. So about 40%. Now let's take a look at what we've got. What we've got is this beautiful, rich humus, this earth, yep, very earthy smell. It looks nothing like the bits of rotten banana and potato peelings and cardboard and dead leaves and all the other stuff that went in there. Nothing at all. So that is properly composted down. And what has helped that is this 90mm pipe here full of holes, which has helped aerate the bin. And on the other side, just on the ground there, I've got the aerator that you put in around this, and I was coming down here every week and just lifting everything up, giving it a shake and making sure there's plenty of air. Now, just a couple of things I want you to notice. First thing is, this is a little experiment on my part. You can see this. Now, this is that compostable plastic, or compostable material. It's not plastic, but compostable material they make compost caddy bins out of, bin liners. Now, it's broken down a little bit, and if I left it here long enough, it would probably break down completely. But however, I think in future I'll just put this into my green bin. It'll go off to the transfer station and go off and be hot composted. So, put that to one side. A little bit of plastic in here that doesn't belong there. Someone's put that in. Now, notice the eggshells. Now, the eggshells do not break down in compost, really. They only break down when they're moved around. What I do, though, I still leave them in here, or I let them dry out, whiz them up in the kitchen whiz to a powder, and then I sprinkle on my garden bed. And they eventually just break down smaller and smaller pieces as insects work through them and the ground moves. And they're a good thing to have in here. Here's something else you'll see. That's what's left of an avocado pip. Just be aware, though, that they'll break down much, much later than the rest of your compost. So, you know, that's probably got a year's worth of composting to get it down to nothing, and yet the rest of it's pretty much ready other than sticks and bits and pieces. So something you might want to think about just putting in your green bin. Some of these sticks were actually vines. Here's another thing that often doesn't break down, is the avocado skin as well. All right. Now, also, and I've taken it out already, but you can see here, there's a bone that was in the compost a bit earlier. Now, all the sinew and meat's completely disappeared from the inside and the outside, but that bone is not going anywhere. That's not going to break down anytime soon. So you could try and crush it up, but what's more likely is I'll put that in and I'll put that into a biochar burn, turn it into carbon, and that'll go on to doing some good stuff in the garden. I just wanted to show you those couple of things. First of all, the fact that your compost is going to break down. It's going to be about 40% of your initial volume, so just be aware of that. Secondly, it's going to look nothing like what you put in there. So that is proper compost. It's that really, really good soil that's going to give your garden a boost. Stay away from the plastic things. The compost liners are not plastic, but they're supposed to biodegrade. They would eventually, but I think a cold compost is maybe not the place for them. Your avocado pips and skins, and be very, very careful of those little plastic stickers you see on fruit. This compost is going to go in my garden over the next few days. It's going to give it a fantastic boost as I plant out some more veggies. As always, I thank you for your time, and until next time, happy gardening.